How many days till Christmas?
It's 24 days until then.
Today's the 1st of December. Who's excited for Christmas? Matthew is. So that means we have to change our calendar, our little countdown. I didn't change it yesterday, as you guys can tell. Gotta look for the number 4. 24 more days, you guys. Can you believe it? A little tree. Matthew. Good morning, guys. Today is the 1st. Yes, today is the 1st. And it's currently 10 something in the morning. Oh. He's okay, he's okay. Are you guys like, have you guys seen that meme? Babies, Ben! Have you guys seen that meme where it's like different races and how they deal with babies falling? And I was laughing because the one with Mexicans, it's always the same. Like the mom is, or the grandma's always like, oh, like don't look at him, like, because then he's gonna cry. So I already have that like in my head, like not to be always like, oh my gosh, you know, like once he falls. But and it is true for me. It is true. I feel like si les haces más caso, like they cry more. But there is times where, you know, yeah, he does fall pretty hard, and then I do like comfort him. But for the most part, it's normal. You know, babies tumble and fall. They're trying to walk. It's gonna come with the little process of walking. So, you know, you can't really protect them from all their falls. So if you're always like anxious about babies falling, it's normal. I think, you know, that's my mindset. Like, I think my mom has implemented that in my head, where it's like, oh, no le haces caso, no le hagas caso, porque va a llorar. And it is true. See how he just fell, and he's just chilling now. He's just walking around. He's doing his own thing. So let me know if you guys are like that. Like, do you guys like, oh my gosh, like you guys go up to the baby when they fall right away, or you guys like don't pay attention to them because then they're gonna start crying? It's also like that one video where the parents are walking by like a door or a wall and they hit the wall, like they smack it, and then they start going like, oh, it's okay, baby, it's okay, and then the kids start crying. I think that's funny because they didn't even hit the baby. So that's how babies are, or little kids, you know. So yeah, anyways, we just got out of the shower. I didn't wash my hair today, but I'm probably just gonna style it. I might get ready, like ready today. I just put on like some sweats and a t-shirt because we're just chilling, you guys. ¿Ya quieres correr, niño? Hi. Oh no. Oh no. So yeah, anyways, I'm thinking of making some macaroni and cheese like from the box. I'm not gonna go all out and do like homemade, just so Matthew could have something for lunch, something different for lunch. And I like macaroni and cheese, so might just do that for like a simple little lunch. And then I packed Alfredo his lunch and he forgot it. I don't know why. That sometimes gets to me because you're like, you go all out for lunch or slash dinner and then you pack it for them and then they just leave it there. It's just like a smack in the face sometimes. But I understand sometimes he usually does wake up super early, you guys. And that's why he's never in the vlogs. If you guys ever wonder like, where's the father of my child? He's either well, for the most part, he's always working when I'm vlogging. I vlog during the day. I hardly ever vlog at night because that's just like our time and, you know, whatever. But yeah, so in the daytime, it's just me and Matthew. So that's probably why you guys are always like, you know, where's the baby daddy? For the new subscribers or anything like that. But let me clarify, he's always working, which is why I vlog during the day to occupy my time and show you guys, you know, like our little memories and stuff. And yeah, so he's always working when I'm vlogging. I'm going to try to vlog when he's around. It's just that when he gets home, it's already like super dark. You know, we just eat or just wind down, and it's like, it's not like a fun content or fun vlog or whatever. So yeah, anyways, so today's December 1st. I can't believe it. I can't. Like, this year has gone by so quick. Alright guys, so I just got ready, did my makeup, nothing too fancy, and Matthew went down for a nap. So I think I'm gonna edit a video in the meantime. Don't want to just be lounging around. Story time for you guys. Saturday we went to our friend's kids party, and we ended up getting home, I want to say like 2 in the morning, because we left Matthew with his parents so they could take care of him while we went to the party. Initially we were going to take him with us, but last minute they convinced us to let him stay there. So Alfredo and I went to the party, and yeah, everything was good. But tell me why, so this is why I always second guess myself. Tell me why that whole day before, that whole morning of Saturday, I was second guessing, like, should we go, should we not go, all this stuff. So our dogs, we usually keep them in like there's a space, but it's enclosed right by our house, like right by the side of the house. We usually keep them like right there in the nighttime, because we have a lot of space, but the thing is, we're not sure if if all the fence around the perimeter of the house is secured. So what I mean is, there might be holes in there, or there's like a side little fence door that has like a big gap in between, so our dogs can fit through there. So for the meantime, if we're at the house, we'll let them loose, because we can keep an eye on them, we can call them. But every time they go out in a group, they always go to the back of the house, to the left side, where we cannot see them because our neighbor, we're on the same property, so they go to their backyard, but they don't mind. So I don't know how to explain it, but there's 2 houses on one big property. We rent from them, so it's not like they're random neighbors, so they already know that we have like freaking 5 dogs now. Wally is our fur baby. He's the consentido of the pack. We've had him since 2018, I believe, or 19. 2018. And we even vlogged the day that we got him, his whole little journey. So that's like the consentido. That's Alfredo's first official dog ever. And yeah, so if he goes anywhere, all the other dogs follow him, right? So the other dogs are his babies, his pups. But anyways, so they always go to the back, and we just tend to call them, and then they come to the front a little bit, and then they go back to the back. They have a little routine, but we always know where they're at. So that Saturday, the whole day I was just like, I have like a bad feeling. Like, I don't know why. The past couple of days they've been trying to get out from that spot that we have them in. They figured out how to get out one time, and that was it. They just kept trying and trying, so we had to like literally block the door with like their big tambo of food, with a shovel, try to like, you know, block it with other stuff. But they always seem to figure out how to like push the damn dog food, and it's a lot. It's like I don't know, it's a big tambo de comida. So the whole day I was just like, okay, during the day dogs get really lazy with the heat and all that, so during the day they're like super chill, super lazy. So I was like, okay, whatever. But then for a while, the front neighbors' dogs, they kept getting out, so all the neighbors' dogs go crazy, and then obviously our dogs get crazy. So I was thinking, and I was like, man, do I really want to go? I have a feeling like something bad's gonna happen, I don't know. And then I kept going back and forth with Alfredo. I was like, maybe we should just stay, I don't know, because of the dogs. And he was like, they're fine, they're not gonna be able to escape from there. And then I was just like, oh, maybe I'm overthinking it, right? So we ended up going to the party. We get home. around 2 in the morning, and I jokingly was like, because we went in 2 cars because Alfredo had to work that day, so we met at his parents' house. So we came back in 2 cars. So when we were driving kind of close to our neighborhood, I was like, lower your windows, and just in case the dogs ran out, right? Keep an eye out. So I don't know, I just sensed something was wrong. So we were driving down, going to the house with the windows down, trying to see, like, you know, just in case we see something. And once we hit our street, all the dogs are going crazy. All the dogs in the neighborhood are going crazy. And I'm thinking, like, what the heck is wrong? Like, something's wrong, like, or maybe a dog got loose or whatever. And then we go to our freaking gate and we see one dog. And we see one dog and we're like, oh, they're loose, they got out. But seeing her in the front, we're like, oh, the other ones are probably like in the back playing around, you know, whatever. But she looked super scared. She was just like, as soon as she saw, she just dropped down and she was just whimpering. So we're like, what the heck is going on? So we put the cars inside the driveway, closed the gate really fast just in case they try to run out. And you guys, the whole neighborhood, I'm not kidding, was going crazy. They were just, all the dogs were going crazy. It's 2 in the morning, so nobody's like out to go check on their dogs, right? I'm kind of figuring that everybody's sleeping. And you know, we both go to the back of our backyard. We walk all the way around. We see nothing, we hear nothing, but all we hear is a bunch of dogs around the neighborhood going crazy. I'm like, oh my gosh, they left. They freaking escaped. So we didn't know how the heck they escaped. We were thinking maybe the front gate, it's kind of loose a little bit. And we were just like, fuck, you know, we were kind of like, we kind of got like, not frustrated, but like anxious, I guess you can say. Because we're like, our dogs are, they're just, you hear her? She's sad, you guys. She's been doing that the whole time that they've been gone. And she's the only one that stayed back, right? Stayed behind. Anyways, so they escaped. We figured like the worst because we're like, okay, our dogs are only used to each other. And Wally, ever since he got attacked, he's been like, no, with other male dogs, he just goes crazy. Like he tries to attack them. So I'm thinking most likely if they're loose and then there's other dogs loose, they're gonna get into a fight and maybe they'll get scared and just like, you know, separate. So the first thing I was like, okay, let's just, we checked the backyard. We walked all through our backyard, nothing. It was freezing cold. So Alfredo decided to drive around the neighborhood. He was just following the dog's barks, you know. Wherever there was more commotion, he would go over there. But keep in mind, there's no street lights. There's a lot of empty lots here. We live in Paris, California, just in case you guys are wondering. And there's just a lot of lots that are open. You know, acres open. There's coyotes here, unfortunately. And I was just thinking the worst. I was like, oh my gosh, what if like they got scared? You know, they're not used to being like, which dog is out? Used to be out in the streets, right? So it's unfamiliar. They're probably like super scared and all this stuff, and they're just probably wandering around, and there's coyotes out. It's super cold, and I was just thinking all the scenarios, so I was kind of getting bummed out, but I was like, you know what, we're gonna find them, we're gonna find them. So I didn't get like all sad yet. So Alfredo came back. He's like, I can't see anything, but I did see like a dog run after a car, and one of our dogs tends to do that. So he's like, I think it was her, I'm not sure. So he went and checked again, nothing. So then he came back, he parked, and I was like, you know what, I have to go, like, just so I can be like, get some relief of like that I actually tried to, you know. And I just had to do something because I didn't want to just sit at the house and just be like, okay, waiting on him to look for the dogs. But I just had to fulfill my needs to like know that I actually tried to look for them. So I drove around everywhere. I drove for a good while, and then I started noticing there was a lot of empty lots, and I was like, god damn. And they're open, and a lot of our neighbors have their gates open. So I was like, oh my gosh, what if they went to somebody's house, or you know, their yard or something. And yeah, so it was pitch black, you guys. It was so hard to look. I had the high beams on. I had a flashlight. My windows were down. So I was screaming Wally, because usually he comes to us. He knows his name more because the other dogs are outside dogs, so we usually just like here and there we'll call them by their names, but you know, they've always been outside dogs. Wally was usually an inside dog, and then we finally took him out, so I was just like calling his name, nothing. So I got home and we were just thinking, you know what, let's just hope for the best. We can't do nothing right now. It's like 3 in the morning. We can't really call animal shelter or the animal control or anything like that. Just go to sleep. And you guys, we did not, like, I felt like I didn't get any rest at all. I felt afraid to wake up super early, and I think he went out to go look for the dogs. So yeah, I was right. He woke up, he said he walked down the street, he was calling the dogs names, and our neighbor, he called them over and he was like, hey, he was like, I was waiting for you guys last night, but I think I fell asleep. Just want to let you know that your dogs escaped from the back. There's a hole in the back in between our properties. There's a hole in the back, and they came through our yard and they went to the front neighbors, and their dogs got into it with your dog, and all your dogs just ran to the right side of the street, right? They just ran. And he's like, oh, okay, thank you, like, for some information, right? So that's the only information we had. So we just were waiting for Matthew to wake up so we couldn't drive around. He finally woke up. We went driving for a good like hour or so, like around the neighborhood, just trying to call them out, and we found a coyote, you guys, in the middle of one of the lots, and it kind of like got to me because I was like, fuck, you know, like hopefully like they didn't try to attack it, because knowing them, they don't know, you know, the difference of a freaking dog to a coyote. So I was like, hopefully they didn't like try to do anything to it, and like God forbid something bad happened to them, or because they got into it with our front neighbor's dogs, hopefully one of them was not injured. So I was just thinking like all these freaking scenarios, and it like hit me when we were like in an empty ass lot, because there's like so many hills and it's just endless land property, right? So it got to me because I was like, oh my gosh, like Wally is a special dog. He's somewhat like high maintenance in his own little world. Like where we have them, he only goes halfway of that little spot because I guess he doesn't like to get dirty. I don't know how to explain it. He has like a certain like perimeter of where he will stay. He will not go, like, he won't lay on the dirt on we have like cement blocks, or like, yeah, like cement bricks or blocks, I don't know, on that are embedded in the dirt already, and he'll lay on top of that. Like he won't lay on the dirt. That's why I say like he's kind of like high maintenance, like a bougie dog in his own little way. And yeah, like he like cleans himself. Oh my gosh, like poor Wally, like he's not really like an outdoorsy type of dog, you know, so he's probably like overnight, like hopefully they stayed together, hopefully they didn't like separate. And then I was thinking like the girl dog, the only girl dog that left, the one that stayed is a girl. The other dog, Blue, she follows Wally, like they're like the best buddies ever. So I'm like, hopefully she followed him, and Wally's a good protector. And I was like, oh my god, they're little characteristics, you know. I was like, okay, like hopefully they're like this. And it got to me, guys, like for us, our dogs are our family. Like I know there's a lot of people out there that are like thinking like dogs are just animals, whatever, but for us they are our family. They're our fur babies, and it sucked. It sucks. I couldn't believe like we lost 4 freaking dogs out of the 5 that we have, and the one that stayed is the most like traviesa one, so I was surprised she didn't leave. But I think she got kind of traumatized because when we try to walk up to her, she like just drops down and like lowers her head, and then she'll like whimper. So I don't know, something crazy must have happened. I don't know why she didn't follow them. I don't know what happened that whole night. But yeah, so our dogs escaped and ran away in the middle of the night. So we searched for them, and you know, nothing, no clue, no nothing, like no idea where they went. And yeah, so we got back home, and I was just thinking like, what can we do, what can we do? I was like, maybe I should make a Facebook. I don't have Facebook, So I was like, maybe should I make a freaking Facebook account just to like post their information like on the page, you know, because I noticed that Instagram doesn't really have that. So I was like, dang, should I just do it, like just to like, you know, what are the odds? So I ended up making a freaking Facebook account, posted their information, posted their pictures, and gave them like the cross streets where we live, like, hey, you know, they escaped from this area, excuse me, they escaped from this area, like if anybody knows, please let me know, blah blah blah. And luckily, you guys, like if this ever happens to you guys, there is a high chance you might get your dog back. I believe it because it happened to my parents. And then with us, luckily people were sharing it to different other pages. Like a lot of people, like I think there's a lot of people out there that have a soft spot for animals. So people were sharing it and they were like, oh, like we live down a couple streets down from you, like we'll keep an eye out just in case. So I was like super appreciative of that. And then like I think Alfredo wanted to kind of like distract me from the whole chaos and stuff. So he's like, let's just go to the park so I can play and then you could be out and about with the baby and all this stuff. So we went. Person posted a picture and it was like, maybe this is your dog. And you guys, I didn't even like, my blind ass was still able to see Wally in that little picture. Like I hadn't clicked on it yet. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's Wally. So I clicked on it. Sent me another one from a different post for one of the other dogs. And she's like, oh, maybe this is him. And it was the same dog. So she found Scooby and Wally from my post. And they had pictures of them at the animal shelter. So I was like, oh my gosh, they found them. Like, you know, good thing that they found them. And then I went back onto I went on the website and they caught all 4. They got all 4 dogs that escaped. And I was like, what are the odds? I was like, oh my gosh. And for a minute, I was like, I doubt that the animal control got them because I had an impression that they don't work on Sundays. I don't know, that was just me. But I was like, I was like, we never see the animal control around our area. And, you know, I was like, dang, like at least like if they were to patrol around here, maybe they can get them. But, you know, who knows. And luckily, I don't know if somebody found them and called them or turned them in or what, but they're at the animal shelter right now. And I was like, I was flabbergasted. I could not believe it. I was just like, oh my gosh, like good thing, like now I could sleep at night and know like at least they have shelter, food and stuff like that. But with the whole COVID, it has to be by appointment only. So we have Wally's appointment tomorrow to claim, it's like a claim my lost pet. So I have to go tomorrow. But I was thinking, and the sucky part is that for each dog I had to make a different appointment and they're each an hour apart. So Wally's tomorrow and then the 3 other dogs are on Thursday. Like the fees and stuff, we don't know how much it is because 4 dogs is a lot. But you know, we'll make it work. We'll see what's up. So yeah, they found our dogs were retrieved or dropped off at the shelter. I don't know what the whole story is behind that, but I'm so lucky. I'm so appreciative of that there's a lot of people out there that like actually like, you know, pick up stray animals, or not stray, but like yeah, some random ass dogs on the street. And I'm so happy that they were still together. So hopefully tomorrow we get good news and we get Wally back at least, and then the other dogs will get them the next day. I don't know, hopefully, but we're getting some dogs back tomorrow. So yes guys, I'm just gonna leave you guys with this little story time. And yeah, wish us luck that tomorrow I'm able to get some dogs back. And yeah. Anyways guys, hope you guys like these daily vlogs or whatever. Tomorrow.